Drawable is a general concept for a graphic that Android draws. Bitmap is a type of drawable. We provide that as a PNG, JPG, or GIF file. When we do that, we need to pay attention to screen densities. The same physical area may be displayed by different number of pixels. As a result, it is dangerous to use pixel as a unit when we try to specify how big our images are. For example, here we have two displays. The one on the left is a normal density device. The one on the right is a double density device. As you can see by the arrow in the middle, the same physical length corresponds to 1 pixel to the device on the left and 2 pixels to the device on the right. In Android, we would like to specify pixels by their physical size. This is why we use DP, or density independent pixel. 1 dp gets translated into 1 px, or 1 pixel, for a normal density device. And 1 dp translates to 2 px, or 2 pixels, for a double density device. In Android, you can package different images into your app for different screen densities. This is done by resource folders. The resource folders all have the prefix drawable. After that, you can see things like MDPI, HDPI, etc. MDPI is the medium density, which corresponds to your normal density of 1. HDPI corresponds to density 1.5. As you can see from this table, the high-resolution devices are actually quite dense. Now that we understand drawables and screen densities, let's go ahead and add a launcher icon to our Hello World app. Launcher icon is special in Android because your app icon is displayed slightly larger when it is in the launcher. For that reason, you need to put them in the bitmap folder rather than the drawable folder. Let's see how we do that. Android Studio has a built-in tool to generate images for different screen densities. Let's use that to change the launcher icon of our Hello World app. Right now, you can see that the Android icon is displayed. That is because we did not specify any app icon. To generate our drawable, navigate to the rest folder. Click on it, then right-click. Select New, Image Asset. Here, you can choose the different asset type. We are going to choose Launcher Icon. Next, you are given 3 choices. You can either provide your own image, choose a clip art, or use the text. I'm going to show you the clip art option. Click on the Choose button. Here is a selection of different images that you can use. Since this is a Hello World app, let's choose the world icon. After choosing the image, you can also change the padding, scaling, and also choose a background. Maybe you want it to have a circle or a square. I like it just with nothing. The other thing you can customize is the background color and the foreground color. Since I don't have a background, I don't need to change anything for the background color. I do want to change the foreground to be green though. The final field is resource name. I'm going to leave it as IC_launcher. With all that, I can click Next, and it will give me a preview. This looks good to me. Finish. We got a few images that are generated. Go ahead and expand the rest folder. Here, you can see bitmap directories for different densities. For instance, if we look at the MDPI folder, we can see that an image called IC_launcher is generated. Double-click on that. Here is a preview of the image directly in Android Studio. You can look at the top right corner and see the size. Let's look at another directory. Remember I told you that HDPI is the 1.5 density. How big do you think this image is going to be? Let's check it out. Well, it's 72 by 72, and indeed, 48 times 1.5 is 72. This is a very handy tool because you don't have to generate all these images of different sizes yourself. You can just provide a single image, choose a clip art, or choose text. There's one more image that gets generated, ic_launcher-web.png. Let's take a look at it. It's the same icon, except that it's 512 by 512. This is used when you want to upload your app to the Google Play Store. This high resolution is going to be displayed on the web page. After you have generated the icon, we need to tell Android where to use it. For the launcher icon, we do that in the Android manifest.xml file. Look for the application tag and add an attribute called Android:_icon. Since our icon is in the bitmap folder, we can point to it using @bitmap. Then we add a slash and then put in the name of the icon. Here, Android Studio offers an autocomplete. Go ahead and tick that. With that, we'll save the file and then deploy. The app is deployed. Let's take a look at our launcher. Here we go. Our Hello World app now has a custom icon. Before we move on, it is good practice to save our progress. We are going to use the Git integration built into Android Studio. This only works if you did git clone in the first step. Before we do that, I'd like to move the web icon into a separate folder. Go to the top level, click, and then right-click. Create a new directory. Let's call it Art. We are going to move the web icon there since it is not really a part of the app. Now we are ready to add our files to Git. Go to the top level, click, and then right-click. Scroll down to Git, and then choose Add. Now we are ready to commit. Go to the VCS menu, choose Commit Changes. You can take a look at the files that are going to be committed. Add a commit message, and then hit Commit. Now we have saved our progress. Let's move on to the next enhancement.